Why am I wearing a Volkswagen shirt? Well, it's because of the watch that I'm wearing. Not made by Volkswagen, but made by Helm. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Humble Horologist channel. My name is Anthony, and that should be clear because it's on my shirt. It's my work shirt. If you can read it, it is Chattanooga below the VW sign because I work at the Volkswagen manufacturing plant in Chattanooga, Tennessee. That is my job, and I even have a hard hat. Well, what I'm wearing this for is because this is the actual shirt that I wore today when I wore this Helm Vanuatu to work. A friend, Deano loaned this watch to me, so I will be sending this back to him in perfect condition. But he sent it to me and said, hey, you size it up, you wear it, you abuse it, you use it. Well, I think he said abuse it. I tried not to, though. And so you can get a good feel for what this watch is really like and be able to do a good solid review. And that's what I did. I wore this watch to work today, not on the bracelet, but on a leather strap that you'll see in just a second. But I didn't want to mess the bracelet up. You know, I wanted to leave it nice and shiny. So when he gets it back, he can put scratches on it. But we have a solid watch, a tool watch that's meant not to really look at so much as to use. And I'll show you why I say that when you look at some stuff that came in the box. But thanks to Deano, I put this through the paces, and I want to share with you just a couple of things that I've noticed about this watch. And if you want one, I would say go get one because it is not expensive. It's in the $200 range, less than three. And so this is a watch that is worth every bit of the money. Let's check it out. Okay, so let me show you what actually came in the mail. This is everything unpacked essentially from the box. This is what came in this box from Helm. The watch and this strap right here and this rubber strap, which is really nice, which you'll see. And then it also came with the stainless steel bracelet. Now, what's inside the box even more, I need to show you. So let's open up the box real quick and before we get into the watch, because this is really impressive. If you're going to be buying a watch, this is really a cool stuff to get in the mail. So you got a business card that on the back says, thanks for your order. We appreciate your business and hope you enjoy the Vanuatu. Wear it in good health. All the best, Helm. Now, cool stuff there. You got a signed, it's a, got the Helm logo on the cleaning cloth, and inside was where the watch is. You have a nice tool for unscrewing the links on the bracelet, but I want you to see what's actually in here. This is what is just impressive. Considering the price or the lack of this price of this watch, it is so impressive. Well, you got a an instruction manual, which if you need that. But look at this. Here is your international warranty, dated when the watch was bought. That's neat. Not often you see that. You get some merch, some stickers, and stuff like that. Okay, but this is where it gets really important. Here is the record of testing where this watch was actually tested in-house. Shows the date that it was tested, serial number of the watch, and the technician who tested it. Isn't that cool? So you know that this tool watch will do what it is designed to do. So let's actually talk about this watch. I want to tell you about it, what I think is great about it, what I like about it, some things that are noticeable or notable, I might say. And, you can go to some other watch review channels and watch some more in depth, I guess, not I guess, definitely more in depth reviews of this watch. This watch has been around a little while. It's not, it's not a new creation. It hasn't come out just yesterday, but it is a watch that is worth taking a look at even now, because there may be people who have not ever seen one. This is my first time, like I've said, my first time actually holding one, using one, reviewing one. A friend sent this out to loan to me specifically to do that. He said, size it, wear it, and then he says, you're not going to hurt it. And, you know, do the video review of it and then send it back. And so that's what I'm going to do. I wore this watch. I've worn it around a couple of days. I wore it to work, actually, as you've seen. And there are some things to note. It's a little bit big, for wearing under sleeves. If you hear anything in the background, that's my granddaughter making noise, but we're just going to overlook that. But this is a tool watch. This is not meant to be a watch that is oohed and awed over, although it has some oohing and awing uh, capability. It is a nice looking watch. It is very simple, but it is beautiful in its simplicity. It has a wonderful loom that, as you can see here, this loom is good for all night. I've literally set this watch on my bedside table and looked at it in the middle of the night and could tell the time. It is an awesome loom on this BGW9, Super Luminova loom on it is excellent. Um, some things to note is that since it is a tool watch, I had to use it a little bit at work. Well, I didn't have to, but I wanted to use the bezel. And one of the things about this bezel is that it's very aggressive. It doesn't hurt. It's not sharp, but it's got good texture to it. And what makes that really a good thing is that you can, like I had work gloves on, you can actually turn this, and it's not going to slip when you're turning it. And it's got a very good, solid, click to it. It is very precise, and you can see that it lines up just perfectly. Oh, I went past it, or did I? No, there it is. And so, what a great watch. Now, another thing I wanted you to see is that the knurling, or the gears, the cogs, what do you want to call this, on the crown is also very easy to grip. There's none of this having to really press down hard to get a hold of it. It makes it really nice to be able to unscrew to set the time, and which is sets perfectly fine. And it has a date down at the bottom, so there you pull out twice for the time. But to screw it in is also a breeze. You can't really see it with my thumb over it, but when I just turn it, press in just a little bit, it's done. There's no effort at all, and so that's a really good thing. It's just nice. You got drilled lugs, which I've already been able to put to use. You've got on this bracelet, this is a screwed link bracelet. The bracelet itself is, we're getting into sizes here. The bracelet is a 22 millimeter. The case is about a 42 millimeter. You're almost about 14 millimeter on the thickness, about 13.7. And you got a 50 millimeter lug to lug. So this is a hefty watch. I think it weighs, with the bracelet, I think 230 something grams. I didn't weigh it myself, but it is a chunky watch. The bracelet starts at 22 millimeter and it goes to 22 millimeter. It doesn't change, and you actually even get bigger with the clasp. The clasp is milled clasp. It does have some good uh, micro adjustments, which was good to get a good fit for me. But you do have a milled clasp. There's no quick adjustment on the fly type stuff, just the micro adjustment. The case back is a screw down case back, as you would suspect, but it is also very, very well done, which is a sign of, this is just classy, the back of this watch. I wanted to zoom in here a little bit too and show you the dial. First thing, when I first saw this watch, I was just a little bit, you know, I didn't know how to take it, because the dial, the logo, the divers, 300 millimeter, water resistance here. The H does not really, for the helm there, does not really show up when you're looking at it out on your wrist. It almost looks like a sterile dial. So it's very subtle. And so I was used to seeing something there, and sterile dials sort of make me think of something, I don't know, cheap. I just don't like them. But this one has a very subdued grade gunmetal type of look to it. The other thing is that the chunky hands, these hands match, the size of the indices. But when you look at the minute hand, it is narrowed at the end, so it does line up with the minute track around. And that is helpful, because I was actually using it and looking at the time today. You have the orange second hand, and it is loomed with a little circle there, and you can see that obviously in the loom shots. You've got orange or reddish orange dots at all the hour markers, and as you saw in the loom video shot, the bezel is loomed very well to match the rest of the dial. And now this bezel insert, one thing that makes it different is that the bezel insert is actually stainless steel, and it's brushed. So, it's not going to get cracked and shattered at the look of it. A little bit closer look at the side view of the watch, and you'll see that this is vertical brushing, and you have a sign crowned, obviously. You have brushing on the top, you have brushing everywhere. This is not a polished watch. You're not going to get something that is going to be showing fingerprints. This is a tool watch, like I said, and it's meant to look chunky. It's meant to be tough. It's meant to hold up. And with the sapphire crystal and the stainless steel, it's going to do that. And even if you take it in the water, at least it's been verified that it is going to hold up, even if you take it down diving. So this is a watch that you can count on. It's also worth noting that when you were looking at the straps that are coming with this, the strap is signed at the end and under the buckle. So that's a little different. And I wanted you to see also that it was on the underside of the buckle of the pass-through strap that it is signed also. So what do you think? Do you like it? Have you got one already? Am I, so late in the game that everybody else has one of these watches except me? Maybe I'll get one. I don't know for sure. But this is a solid watch. I can't complain about it. It has good, solid, simple looks to it. Great loom. It is got a feel that lets you know you've got something on your wrist and you don't forget about it. And, I like that sometimes. And so I have nothing but praise for the watch. It's a great watch. At first, I didn't know what to think about it when I saw it, but after wearing it a little while, I really came to understand what this watch was all about. So thank you to Helm for making the watch. Thank you for Deano for loaning the watch. Thank you to you for watching today. Should I say pun intended? And I hope that you come back and watch the next video that we put out, hopefully very soon. I still want to do one on my spinnaker, and I haven't done that yet. But thank you for watching. Like this video if you found it helpful at all. And remember, watches are replaceable, especially if they're not yours to begin with. But time is not. Have a good one. We'll see you in the next one.